Hello, beautiful YouTube family. Happy almost 2026. This is really exciting. We're almost at the completion of this powerful snake year that we've had for 2025. We have a few days left of December, and I know this time of the year is super busy and there's a lot of external things going on around a lot of us, a lot of people, a lot of energies, a lot of events and social things, and a lot of fun things happening for a lot of us. And for some of us, like myself, you might be more isolated and feeling the need to retreat and disconnect from all of that external noise. But whatever is coming up around you and whatever you're dealing with in this time, what the planetary energies are really wanting for us in this time is to really listen to whatever is coming up within us and to really feel into and listen and to hear ourselves and the feelings in our bodies, and to really hear the hidden truths and the messages and the guidance of what is coming up right now, because there is some deep truths that are wanting to come up for all of us to really help us clear out those just last underlying stagnant energies that we can really clear before we properly start the 2026 year. The snake year is all about that shedding, releasing, purging, cleansing. So we have a few more days left, and obviously, like, it is the human experience to be constantly clearing and cleansing ourselves. It happens with every full moon, but especially this next full moon we're moving into on January 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you live. This full moon is an intensely potent, transmuting, transformative full moon that wants us to really clear and cleanse and purge ourselves, especially of any father wounds or wounds connected to our father's line and the masculine energy within us, and just patriarchal energy in general. So not just in our own life, but this is like with our ancestry from generations that we have been programmed and ingrained into us, and also on a more like collective level, patriarchal programming that we are all collectively carrying is wanting to be cleared in these last few days of December and also the first few days of January. And also it will be continuing on into the next moon cycle, especially the next moon cycle, the new moon, and then the following full moon. This underlying tone, I feel, of patriarchal programming. So it's just something for you to journal about and reflect on, is what are you carrying from your father or your father's line that is not serving you anymore and you want to let that go, and what can you do to clear that. And the numerology for January is the Justice and the High Priestess, which these two cards are both about really tapping into truth. The Justice is more about our reality and our physical reality and the truths that are coming up in our external world around us, our objective truth that we can see really clearly when we are discerning and when we're listening to hear that truth, and we're paying attention to the real, practical, logical, physical, tangible things that are actually happening. And you see that because the Justice card is all red and yellow. That is very connected with the solar plexus and the root chakra, which is those chakras, those energy centers that are really connected with our physical body and our physical tangible energy and this reality. The High Priestess is similar to the Justice card. They're both sitting in front of a veil that they are sort of guarding this truth, but the High Priestess is more in this blue color, which is the throat chakra. It's a higher chakra which is more connected with the divine truths that we can hear and feel into from our intuition and from really tapping into the shadow world, the shadow versus the light. So our sort of deep subconscious, and also listening to our guides, our angels, and our spirit team, and really finding those truths, and also listening to the moon. There's like a lot of moon symbolism with the high priestess, so it's like listening to the moon and the stars and the guidance of the cosmic guidance as well. And yeah, these two cards are really emphasizing how important in January, although it is like also like a really a fun time in January for a lot of us. Like a lot of us have time off work, and it's time to finally have a break and to celebrate your previous year, which is so important. And it's also important to reflect and to really review your life and to really go through this reset and recalibration. I feel that January is the perfect month to really set your intentions and set the tone of how you want your year to go. This month is a really pivotal month to really, just set your intentions, to really plan out and have a look at how you would like this year to go, and how you would like your next few years to go as well, and any long-term visions you have, because we do start off the month, the first half of the month has so much Sagittarian energy, and Sagittarius is like this really powerful spiritual warrior of a sign that can create really big changes and can have this really big vision for your life as well, because this Jupiterian energy that Sagittarius holds, like just being able to see in a broader view, like the deeper truth, and also create and manifest. And there is also these planets in Sagittarius this first half of the month are all combust by the sun, which means that they're very close to the sun. And when this happens, it shows us these planets that are connecting so closely with the sun. It's really emphasizing where in our life we have been undermined, unacknowledged, overlooked, neglected, taken advantage of, manipulated by these sun-like forces, which is why I mentioned there is this underlying theme of patriarchal programming that we need to clear. And it's to do with the sun-like figures and forces in our life who have really controlled us, and it's ultimately our responsibility to take our power back. And the second half of the month is going to be more Capricorn energy coming through, which Capricorn is all about responsibility and really doing the hard work and taking the discipline necessary and the actions necessary to change your life and to become everything that you want to be, and to actually set the actionable goals necessary for you to do that, for you to really be your truest, most authentic self, and to really live your truths, and to really live on your own terms according to your divine plan. And in order to do that, you really do need to drown out the external clutter and the noise. And I notice every time I get the space to be on my own, I gain so much wisdom and clarity that it's hard for me sometimes to hear that when I'm surrounded by people. And I wrote down actually in my notes to especially because of this first full moon, which is happening in Ardra, and Ardra has a lot of this symbolism to do with destruction, thunder, this storm that creates moisture and like tears, as well as like this water from this chaos. But through those tears, you clear your eyes. Clear eyes create clean and conscious choices. So yeah, it's just something to think about. And then we start off with that full moon around the 2nd or 3rd of Jan, and then we end the month of January with a new moon happening in Capricorn. So there is some big lessons to learn with Gemini versus Capricorn as well. And I see it in tarot because Gemini is ruled by the Lovers and Capricorn is ruled by the Devil card, and they're both two polarities in cards. And you see it in life. Like, I see so many couples who are Gemini and like strong Gemini and strong Capricorn energy, and I do feel that those two zodiacs have a lot to teach each other. Gemini is that energy of connection and communication and community, and really it's like a really fun, social, joyful sign that wants to connect and communicate. And Capricorn is more about doing all of the things, the necessary things that are like taking responsibility, being disciplined, creating something for yourself, and moving ahead in life, and being really ambitious, and really creating security physically. That is the Capricorn sign, and they both have so much to teach each other because both signs are kind of lacking in each other's energies. So it's time for us to also reflect on those two Gemini versus Capricorn energies, and where can we also create more balance in that in our life. Because this Justice card is also, there's the scales. So we're supposed to be really reflecting this month of January on how we can create more balance and harmony. So I had it written down. Yeah, what I'm so bad at reading my own writing. Where can you create more balance, and where do you need to create more equal give and take in your life? And yeah, it's a good thing to just reflect on where have you not maybe had equal give and take in your life, because that is really connected with the Venusian energy. Venus is love. It's connected with partnership and balance and fairness as well, because it has to be an equal give and take. You can't just sacrifice yourself and give and give and give. And I do believe this is also connected to that patriarchal programming that so many women especially are carrying, especially mothers, who after they have children, it's like they don't deserve to do anything for themselves anymore. Their life is all about their children. And I keep seeing this because, yeah, I just keep seeing this in my field, and I feel like it just needs to be brought up. It's not true. Like, we all deserve love, and we deserve to fill our own cups first before we give that love to others. And it needs to be reciprocal and an equal give and take. And even as someone with my Venus in Pisces, who is so sacrificial and can see the more higher view of love, of that when your love is, when you just have so much love to give, you can give without expecting anything in return. But it's also about having strong boundaries when necessary, and self-respect, to not overgive and overflow to people who just will never give anything back to you, because life needs balance, and if you don't have that balance, you're going to get drained. And I guess this is what the High Priestess and the Justice is really wanting us to reflect on, is like, where can we create more balance in our life, and where do we need that, and where hasn't it been fair or equal or just, and that's a lot of that Sagittarian energy as well. And I also have a journaling question written down. What do you already know but you haven't acknowledged within yourself? And I've got written down that the answers and awareness come through stillness and making space for them. So yeah, just something to think about this month in January, no matter how busy or event filled your life is. It's really important to take those moments out to self-reflect, to journal if you can, and also connect with your bodies, like doing some yoga or moving, exercising as well. Like, it's a great time. Like, I know so many of us around this time like have all of these new goals with like working out and stuff, but it's really important, especially with all of this Sagittarian and Capricorn energy, that we are connecting with our physical bodies in this time. Super important. Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to share for the month of January. I hope that you all have a really powerful new start into your new year. I would love to hear what's coming up for you all, and if any of you resonate as well or are tapping into some of these energetic themes I see coming up to do with like the patriarchy and like programming to do with that. Yeah, really curious to hear your thoughts. I keep having the memory of the Barbie movie, which I don't know if any of you haven't watched that. Highly recommend. I know a lot of people hated on that movie, but I feel that that movie really shows a lot about the patriarchal programming that women have really just fallen asleep to and forgotten our power, which I feel that we need to wake up to. And men as well, like the patriarchy has affected the men so deeply as well, which is shown in that movie actually. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what's been coming up for you, and if any other themes have been coming up, please share. And I'm also thinking about maybe not doing my monthly video updates this year. I'm definitely obviously going to do first few months just for myself as well, to really tap into the energies, but I'm not sure if I'll continue on with them because these videos just aren't as popular as my moon updates, and I feel like there's no point to do these ones. But let me know if you do really value them, because if there are even like a few of you who really want to see me upload these videos, then I will do it for you. But yeah, just let me know. But other than that, I'm gonna film a full moon video very soon, very shortly as well, because that is coming up super soon. And yeah, I hope that you all have the energy to really process whatever is coming up for you. And I know that you will. Whatever comes up, you're gonna have the strength to face it. And just know that whatever is coming up right now or is about to come up, there's gonna be so much clarity after that storm, and there's gonna be, the sun is gonna shine after that storm, rainbow is gonna appear, butterflies are gonna come out, it's gonna be beautiful. So yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful year 2026, moving into the horse year, so super exciting. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video.